What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, over the last 72 hours, most of the trailers that were shown at New York City's Comic-Con, Marvel Studios TV and animation panel have leaked out and made their way online. And I'm sure if you click through, you can find a couple of them covered on some of the channels in our little corner of YouTube. But today, we need to focus on one specific trailer in Vision Quest and something that Ultron tells Vision that foretells the return of none other than Scarlet Witch. And it's pretty clear now, with the additional details that were confirmed this past weekend for this Vision Quest series, exactly what Marvel Studios is looking to do with the Scarlet Witch character. And for months, while I've been telling you Elizabeth Olsen and Scarlet Witch will not be a part of Avengers Secret Wars and Doomsday, and I'm still sticking to that, I think it's clearer now than ever that she will be returning to the future of the MCU. And we're going to break down why this one comment from Ultron to Vision during the teaser footage foretells just that. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. Thanks to everyone who's been subbing lately. We've actually been growing again at an insane rate, so thank you guys. And if you haven't already, whether this is your first time finding us or you've been rocking with the channel for a while, if you enjoy the content, the best way to support us is to hit the sub button, and it'll enter you for all the giveaways. All you got to do is be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around at the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so in all the descriptions of the teaser footage for the upcoming Vision Quest series, we now know that multiple Stark AIs are going to comprise the psyche of Vision, or rather in his head he's going to be playing through all these scenarios and seeing these different AIs in their human form. Some of the descriptions say that Vision has no makeup on himself, he's in a surreal house, that Dummy from Stark Industries, Jarvis, the actor from Agent Carter, they're all there. Edith actually crashes from a skylight. It's very clear that it's all happening inside Vision's head. And then Ultron says, "You're a ghost haunting your footsteps." We then hear the quote, "I had a family," and we actually see Tommy Maximoff. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because after they showed the teaser footage, people talked to Paul Bettany himself, and as he explained during that scene at the end of WandaVision, Vision actually gives Spectral Vision all of his memories from inside the Hex as well. So now Spectral Vision, who didn't actually live through these events, is trying to go back through that memory bank and make connections with who he is. But keep in mind, he never lived through it firsthand. It's all just a jumble in his head. He has to sort all of these out in order to go on this mission of self-discovery, or what we call a Vision Quest. At some point, Ultron refers to Vision as having all these tangled strings, which of course is a callback to when we're first introduced to Ultron, but he's alluding again to Spectral Vision's current situation. And of course, bringing in Tommy Maximoff as an extension of the storyline from Agatha ultimately confirms the fact Vision Quest is really meant to be a 3-part TV show series with a through line starting in WandaVision, going through Agatha, and now culminating in Vision Quest. And there's some other details we've learned along the way about what other characters might show up during this TV show, but without wading into the thick of that with rumors, it is very clear here now that Vision is going to have to connect with all of these memories to figure out who he is now. And the most important, the biggest part of all these memories would of course be none other than Scarlet Witch. So now here we are, 2 series later after WandaVision, having gone through Agatha, coming up on Vision Quest, and Wanda's entire family, well, a facsimile, sort of, simulacrum is probably a better word, because Tommy, Billy, and Vision, really, they're all sort of not the exact same ones that were in the Hex, right? Things have happened now, they're either in different forms or different bodies, different shapes, but they're all coming around the idea of Scarlet Witch's family reuniting. And again, this ghost haunting your footsteps is meant to imply the imagery of the dead Scarlet Witch, who will be haunting all of them. The family will be back together, but they'll be missing Scarlet Witch. Now, obviously, the rub here is that Wanda Maximoff died at the end of Multiverse of Madness. But I think this is where you strongly have to look at everything we've been reporting over the last 6 months as it pertains to the soft reset that's coming after Avengers Secret Wars, where most recently, industry insiders have said it won't be a full reboot, but Kevin Feige is definitely going to use that narrative opportunity to reset certain events that either he didn't like or the fans didn't like. And in that, there may be some characters that have already died, wink wink, that are going to be back in the main continuity. And because Marvel has chosen to go this route and reunite Wanda's family the way that they have, I think it's pretty clear here that one of those characters is obviously going to be Scarlet Witch, and there's a good reason for that we're going to talk about in just a second. Now, before we get into that, obviously I don't have the answers how the three of them are going to quote-unquote resurrect her or bring her back. Yes, of course, Wiccan is her offspring and has extreme power, but I don't see any of the three of their skill sets able to resurrect someone. But what we did just witness and on screen at the end of the Fantastic Four was someone like Franklin Richards who had the ability to do that no problem. So there are ways that this can happen, but the reason it's going to happen is, quite honestly, because Scarlet Witch is such a huge part of the X-Men, such a huge part of the mutant storyline, and a lot of storylines they haven't really had a chance to explore that Elizabeth Olsen herself has said she'd be interested in doing. And if you're wondering where she stands on all of this, even though she's emphatic that she's not a part of the next two Avengers movies, she has said she's open to coming back, and within the last month during interviews. So there's interest on her end to come back, there's interest from Marvel, and her character will definitely suit the next saga, the Mutant Saga, as a part of the storylines and amongst the mutants where she belongs in the first place. Now that said, Vision Quest is supposed to drop next year in 2026. There was some speculation that that show would actually come out in 2027, maybe closer to Secret Wars, and some people were saying that's where we would get Scarlet Witch back. I will be very surprised, given everything I've said in this video, if either of the next two things happen. I do not think we're going to see the resurrection of Scarlet Witch at the end of the Vision Quest show. That's number one. Number two, I do not think and am maintaining we are not going to see Scarlet Witch during Doomsday or Secret Wars. And the one little caveat I'll put on it, the one little asterisk is, during that final battle of Secret Wars, I think anybody and everybody who's ever been a superhero may show up without dialogue to be a part of the battle from somewhere across the multiverse as a variant or something else. And in that case, I could see it. But as a part of the storyline, acting, dialogue, the whole thing, I know we've talked about it at the channel. There were plot leaks about an adapted House of M storyline where she would be interacting with Sir Ian McKellen's Magneto as a part of the X-Men timeline. I am very skeptical on any of that. She was on set filming for other things during Doomsday, and of course they do have a ton of additional photography left over to still shoot for that movie. But guys, let's be real, at some point, not everybody can be in all of these movies. It's just not possible. There's not enough room, there's not enough time, there's not enough dialogue to get through everyone. So in this case, where she's already dead and gone in the current continuity, I think Doomsday is a for sure out. Secret Wars most likely too, again, unless she's in that final battle, in which case I think we could see anybody and everybody. Keep in mind, they have a lot of the CGI for all these characters already cooked up. If they have the rights and are able to do it, you really don't need the actors at all because they always recreate everyone's CGI for the battles in the first place. You guys let me know, though, all your thoughts down below. I am all ears as always about any of this. I definitely think Scarlet Witch is returning. Elizabeth Olsen has said she wants to. Scarlet Witch back for the Mutant Saga, I think 100% assured. You guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, still giving away PS5s. The next one is for Wonder Man. All you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. Hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on to keep up with the videos. And of course, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. Find me on all other platforms under the name All Fires with original music. Also, I've been telling you guys about the All Fires live show just outside of Tampa and Clearwater on November 15th next month. As I said, tickets are extremely limited and they have started to sell. So if you want to come by and meet me and check out the band, I will be doing a casual meet and greet at 7:30 when doors open. Grab your tickets, come by and say hi, check out the band. It'll be a great time. Link down in the description comments. I'll see you there. Thanks for checking out the channel. See you guys in the next one. Peace.